Why do you always want to eat it? Why do you always want to eat it? Yeah? Today, we're going to make some jigsaws. Really? And this jigsaw is based on the background scene of the farm from KEENO Explores the Farm. And as you will see here, when I put the last two pieces in, you don't want to eat this piece now, no? Oops, that's upside down. There is our, oops, position correctly. There is our completed jigsaw. I'm going to show you the technique to do this using a simpler version that you could use with younger children. So here is one of the characters from KEENO Explores the Farm. And as you can see, we've got a series of dotted lines which are going to just create blocks that we're going to use for this jigsaw. So the first thing we need to do is we need to colour it in. It's printed onto card, and you could simply cut out the card and use it and shuffle if you wanted, but to give it a little bit more stability and robustness, as you will see here, what I've actually done is I've mounted it onto some simple foam, just simple foam sheets that you can buy from any craft shop. And the way that I do that is simply to make sure, particularly on the edges of the foam sheet, that there is enough glue so that when I cut through the jigsaw, it's not going to lift. So plenty of glue. And then what I'm going to do is make sure that when I put this on the back, that it lines up with one of those dotted lines. So I'm actually going to fix it like this. And you'll see that the foam sheets that I'm using are just slightly bigger than the paper, which makes it quite easy to do that. Make sure you get a really good stick. It doesn't have to be too tidy around the edges because obviously we're going to cut this into sections. I'll attach the second piece of foam. You could use cardboard. You could use an old cardboard box, an old cereal box, anything you've had delivered. But I find that the foam gives it a better texture and also slightly easier for young children to handle. So again, right to the edges. Now it's important to make sure that this piece of foam is right against the first one. Make sure there's a really good seal there. That's it. And again, it doesn't matter if it's not too tidy around the edges because we're actually going to be cutting in from the edges. Now ideally I'd leave that for a little while to dry, put it under something that's got some weight just to make sure that it does hold well. But for these purposes, let's just start. Then simply, with a pair of sharp scissors, all you have to do is cut out the various squares. So there we have our, oh, you're going to put it together, are you? You're going to help? That's what it's got to look like, a rabbit. Yeah. Which one do you want first? Which one do I want first? Where's this one go? No? So now we've got some foam backed squares and it is a very simple, easy puzzle. Let's see if we can put it together. I'm doing this upside down. That has to go there. So there we have a very easy to make puzzle based on one of KEENO's characters. To make it slightly more complicated, here is one of the other characters from the book, the kitten, and this one has got jigsaw shaped pieces. So that's going to be a little bit more fiddly to cut. If you wanted to work on shape, then using this one, you'll see that deliberately there are some squares, some rectangles, there's a circle, a triangle, and some irregular shapes. So as well as being easy to produce, because the cuts, with the exception of the circle, are quite straight and easy, it gives you an opportunity to explore shape as well as using it as a puzzle. So download the templates, get creative, have some fun, and let's keep wagging and woofing.